Hey everyone, so I just wanted to do a quick talk today on the dairy industry and on vegetarianism and why vegetarianism goes against the ethics and the values that it is based off of. So most people will go vegetarian because they don't wish to cause harm and suffering to animals. They don't think that any animal should be fattened up, born fattened up and killed just for them to eat when they don't have to, just for taste pleasure. So we don't need meat to be healthy, and vegetarians usually realize that and decide that that's not within, their moral compass of things they want to be doing. So they'll give up meat. I myself was pescatarian for 4.5 years, so I get it. I really ignored the truth about cheese and yogurt, things like that, on purpose so that I could still eat it. And a couple of times people brought up the fact that I was a hypocrite, which I absolutely was being a hypocrite, but I think it really would have helped me if I had heard this and heard the truth about dairy from another vegetarian or from a vegan rather than just from a meat eater who was trying to kind of pick apart my diet and say that I wasn't making a difference. Vegetarians don't want to cause suffering. They don't want animals to die for them. They don't believe in that. So the dairy industry, is it cruel? Do animals die? Are they all slaughtered? Absolutely. So in order for anybody to produce breast milk, they have to be impregnated. There is no magical cow that you can just walk up to and milk and, just walk away with a glass of milk and everyone's happy. Cows have to be forcibly impregnated every year, and they carry their babies for about 9 months, which is the same amount of time that humans will carry their child. When the baby is born, it is taken away immediately. Because the milk is for us, right? Isn't that lovely? A baby is taken away from its mother so that you can drink its mom's milk. When it was made to raise a 1,500 or 2,000 pound animal, we get to ingest that. It's absolute insanity. So what happens to the boys? The male calves will never produce milk, so what happens to them? They're sold for veal and they're murdered between the age of 6 weeks and 8 weeks old. That's about how old our puppies are when we get them. A 6 to 8 week old puppy. Would you ever kill a being like that so that you could have its mom's milk? Definitely not. The girls are put in isolation crates. They can't have mom's milk either because it's for us. When they're the age of 1, they start the dairy cow process as well, and they will be impregnated at 1 year old and have about 4 to 5 calvings before they stop producing milk at a productive rate. And then all dairy cows, all of them, are sold for beef. 50% of the beef in the UK comes from the dairy industry. 23% of the beef in the United States comes from the dairy industry. The dairy industry is the beef industry. It's a big, big part of it. And the dairy industry is absolutely the veal industry. So we have babies being taken away, everybody being killed in the end, and just the mental torture that the moms go through being slaves for that industry, being milked day in and day out and just hooked up to machines. We're doing this for the sake of what? For taste? This is exactly why people go vegetarian when they think about meat. The same reasons. One could even argue that the dairy industry is worse than some of the meat industries because of what the mums go through and how young the animals are when they're slaughtered. So I really wish someone had brought this to my mind in the right way much, much, much sooner. I wish I had ditched dairy right off the bat. I wish I was raised vegan, for Christ's sake. So I just want to get this info out there and realize that I'm not hating on people for being vegetarian. I think it can be an awesome step in the right direction, but the end goal is always veganism. Because if you don't want to cause suffering to animals and murder animals by the billions, then you should be against dairy too, man. It is just absolutely awful. So please check out Dairy is Scary on YouTube. And also while you're at it, look up Egg Truth and the truth about eggs, because that's not much better. And just take a look at it. Don't be scared. You can live without cheese. You can absolutely do it. There's a 22-day free challenge online. I'll put the website down below, and they'll give you a mentor, give you recipes, everything you need they will help you with for absolutely free for 22 days, which is how long it takes to break a habit. So you'll be so much better off for giving up dairy. And if you are vegetarian for sustainability reasons, you don't think that meat is good for the environment, which it absolutely isn't. There is no animal product that is even close to as sustainable as any plant product. If you could name one, I'd love to see the information and the resource. But even chicken, for example, is not a sustainable product when you compare it to all plant foods. So if you're a vegetarian for the planet, just keep in mind that it takes about 700 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of cheese. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you can really look at this, look at the information, and change accordingly. All right, bye.